Hey guys, it's Staxter609, and luckily, in the past couple of days, Valve has confirmed the SteamBox. Valve have said that they're working on a PC in the living room, which could pretty much work out seeing as how technology is going, and based on the market trends, home theater PCs seem to be outnumbering giant desktops. And basing off the success of the Alienware X51, you see like all these new PCs such as the Falcon Northwest Tiki PC, the Digital Storm Bolt, and Sapphire recently announced their Mini Edge series, which is AMD APU based. However, what Valve plans on doing is, I believe it's rumored to say they're making it based off on Linux OS, which makes me worry because if they're using Linux, they're pretty much just killing 90 to 98% of games that will work on the SteamBox, since Linux is barely used and more developers support DirectX and Windows than they do Linux. Unless Valve is going out there and going to make every game magically compatible with with Linux, just like good old games does for old games, and making them compatible with like Windows 8, Windows 7. It has to be Linux based. It has to be Windows based. Otherwise, Valve, you're pretty much just making a pointless product. Because seriously, there's not enough support. It's way too soon to support Linux. That's what I'm saying. I know you're working on a beta, but it's just way too soon to be trying to push Linux. It has to get the support first. Otherwise, when you make the SteamBox, it's going to be worthless. And what I'm afraid of is it's going to become a whole different console that's not going to be like a PC system requirement. Remember the Xbox? In fact, the Xbox's name was based off DirectX. The Xbox was claimed to play PC games, and look how that turned out. The Xbox is its own system, and it's like a threat to PC gaming. But I'm not as worried as much, since Valve says if you want a more general purpose PC with more flexibility, just get a regular PC. And Valve also stated that they expect more packages like the SteamBox to come out next year, when I'm not sure if Gaben is aware, but they already came out long before Big Picture mode. Like the Alienware X51, the Digital Storm Bolt, and the Falcon Northwest Tiki PC. However, it has to be Windows based. Do not try to be innovative with Linux. I'm sorry, but that's just not going to do it. Linux based is really way too soon. Just like I said, not enough game support. After Steam comes out for Linux, and look at the developer support for Linux and see if it's big enough, then you can make it Linux based. Other than that, no. You're pretty much just killing your product, and you're wasting your time and everyone else's time. Also, if it's going to be based off the Big Picture mode UI, sure, but do not make it Steam exclusive. Otherwise, you're just trying to turn the platform into a closed platform. Like, allow gamers to download whatever software or hard software they want. Do not limit it to just Steam-based games. That will make me just say no. Kill this product now. I don't care how much sales it has. If it doesn't have games that there are non-Steam games like Battlefield, Diablo, no, you're pretty much just wasting time. It's not going to be a PC console. It's going to be a freaking console that's competing against PC and all the other consoles, and not actually helping PC gaming. The SteamBox is said to have a more controlled environment. Hopefully it's not a closed environment, but more controlled. Like recently, Nvidia just revealed a GeForce Experience closed beta, which is auto-optimizing games for your hardware. If Steam could do the same thing, sure, that would be pretty great. Also, the SteamBox should be upgradable. Yeah, it should be upgradable, because it's not a console, it's a console like PC. Sure, people may not have the controlled environment if they upgrade the hardware, but Valve in the future, they should allow a set of hardware for each year that they'll make sure it's a bit more controlled, like low budget to mid-range cards. Otherwise, if you're like doing like enthusiast stuff, you might as well just get the full PC experience. And a more potential thing is, looking at how Nintendo Wii U's going, it's not very well. So this could be like a big chance to like attack the console market, since PCs have loads of exclusives. They just need someone to market them properly and push them. The other thing is the controller support, which I'm confused how that's going to work. You can't just magically make every game natively work with a controller. If Valve is making their own special controller for the SteamBox, how's that going to work? Because Xbox 360 controllers, or I should say X input and direct input, is standard for PC games. However, X input's more dominant since that's what pretty much every game these days uses. How's that going to work? Is the Steam controller going to be Xbox based? But if it is, at that point you're kind of just better off packing it with an Xbox 360 controller. How's the mouse and keyboard thing going to work for games, or the controller support? I'm not sure how that's going to work. However, the SteamBox should be coming with a wireless Xbox or Logitech controller, and maybe a wireless mouse and keyboard, or just a wired one, because that should be it. I already have an idea for an HD PC setup. It's a keyboard with a touchpad and a Logitech controller, because in this mind, and you already see it on the big picture mode that Steam likes to show off. In my mind, I see it as, hey look, you have this Logitech controller, it's detected as an Xbox 360 controller and a PlayStation controller, and you can use it to map to games that don't support it. So you basically can play it on anything, or you can use this little HD PC thing, this little keyboard part touchpad, and use it to play games like RTS or MMOs, since a controller might not be appropriate for those games. However, I'd like to see what kind of controller they like to pull off for the SteamBox. The questions about is what hardware are they going to use? Is it going to be AMD or Nvidia? Because the thing is, Nvidia and AMD, they're kind of battling each other out, especially in the games. There's AMD gaming evolved games, and Nvidia the way it's meant to be played games, and if you play them on their opposing hardware, they're not gonna like be as optimized or special as the hardware they're sponsored to be played on. Like for example, PlanetSide 2, Hawken, MechWarrior Online, those are all Nvidia the way it's meant to be played games. And for AMD, it's like Dishonored, Far Cry, Medal of Honor Warfighter, those are AMD titles. How's this gonna work out, since they're not really friendly? Personally, I think they should go with Nvidia, since they have the GeForce experience and they have like some extra features like Nvidia Physics. So it's better to get the one with the more candy to it. Alright, later guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and have any requests for any videos I should do later.